Les cuento que conocimos a los Power Rangers del Espacio y Fuerza Salvaje. Esta es una entrevista imperdible, señores, donde todos ellos, el elenco, el cast, nos cuenta un poco sobre esas grandes aventuras que todos hemos visto.
Power Rangers, la franquicia que marcó a más de una generación con historias de luchas épicas, llegó al Perú con los actores de Fuerza Salvaje y en el espacio.
Hi guys, thank you so much for your time. It's a big pleasure to talk a bit about your experience in this franchise of Power Rangers. We usually see crossovers between different generations. I think that this is a kind of crossover too. Well, but Christopher, we watched that in your case there was a crossover between Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles.
Oh God, don't go there. Don't go there.
How did
Don't
you
do that. Don't do
and
that to
your
me.
castmates react when you realized that it was going to happen?
Okay, when we all first found out that it would happen, or that it was going to happen, we did know quite a while before it was going to happen, and all of us were actually pretty, like, wow, okay, that's interesting. We didn't see that coming. We didn't know that was going to be a thing. Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles, but we were very hopeful. And then they brought the suits out, and the suits looked like crap. And I'm sorry, that's just the way it is, because it was a Saban show, so the suits looked like crap. We were all hoping for the 1990 movie, you know the 1990 Ninja Turtles movie?
To be honest, I was born in 1999.
Oh my God.
But
God.
this crossover...
I'm sorry, now I am, okay, so I am a dinosaur apparently, okay. No, shut up. No, we wanted like the 1990 suit, and or at least I did. I can't honestly speak for everybody. He wasn't even on the show yet, so he hadn't even been there yet. So it was me, Cell, Raj, Tracy, and Patty. So like we were just told hey, yeah, Ninja Turtles, and we were just like, really? That's interesting. We didn't know what to expect. So it was a really weird idea, and I thought, at least me, I thought it was going to be the 1990, like the movie from 1990 with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie and all that. I thought it was going to be those suits, and I thought those suits were the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, okay, interesting mashup. I don't know. I just thought it was going to be the movie ones. That's what I was expecting. I got let down. I'm sorry.
Well,
I killed it for everybody. Turn it to Jack now.
En Power Rangers Fuerza Salvaje, cada personaje tenía una personalidad que los caracterizaba, pero ¿qué tanto se parecían a los actores en la vida real?
los personajes tienen una personalidad muy marcada. En tu caso, Dani, sí, era como que el chico más pacífico, hasta en algunos fans dicen el más tierno, por decir, ¿no? Pero en una entrevista, y corrígeme si me equivoco, dijiste que no necesariamente eras tú, sino que eras totalmente diferente, creo. Entonces, quisiera saber si ese fue tu mayor desafío, interpretar a una persona que posiblemente no eras tú en ese momento.
Bueno, sí, tienes toda la razón. Para mí, yo no fui, o sea, el personaje que yo hice como Dani no es casi nada como yo. Él es mucho como yo en el sentido de que es muy humilde, de que es muy tierno y eso, pero yo en la vida real soy muy alfa. Yo soy una persona muy agresiva, bien, tú sabes, wow, ¿qué pasó aquí? Cambio, él era todo, hey, y con miedo y todo, entonces muy chévere hacer algo completamente diferente, porque no quería estar actuando como Jack, porque es algo que hice todos los días. Entonces me siento muy bendecido de que ya ese personaje vino desde Japón, ya escrito como estaba escrito y todo, y yo solamente tuve que como que llenar, colorear. Ellos me dieron un librecito y yo lo coloreé con mi colorcito como yo pensé. Y no sé, me ayudó mucho. Como actor me ayudó porque para mí Power Rangers fue como mi universidad de actuación. Yo nunca había cogido clases de actuación. nunca estaba interesado en eso, así que aprendí mucho. Ese fue el college para mí.
Alison, your character was a bit different compared to Dani. I think the Yellow Ranger was more disciplined and sometimes a bit thought because of her military past. So I want to know if you see any similarities between yourself and your character.
Well, because I'm normally a pretty silly person and goofy, but I also can be very serious and look, Taylor comes across as very angry at first and very serious. But if you think about it, when the season starts, Master Org, he is a very, very dangerous character. He murdered his friends who were Cole's parents. And Taylor was the first Wild Force Ranger, and she understood the threat to planet Earth, right? And to all the people and all the creatures on it. So for her, she was very, very angry that Cole came, right? Because he was la 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 and talking to all the animals. She didn't realize that Wild Force needed him and his ability to speak to the animals. I'm not Taylor. I'm me. But I tried to bring my ability to be strong and serious and all of that.
Si hay algo en común entre Justin Nemo, el Ranger plateado del espacio, y Philip Andrew, el Ranger lunar de Fuerza Salvaje, es que fueron los últimos en unirse al elenco. You were the last Power Ranger to join to your respective teams. So, before filming started, did you follow the show, or did you already know that you were going to be a part of the cast at the time Power Rangers in Space and Wild Force started?
Okay, so In Space was halfway through the season before I came on. Honestly, I did not even know that In Space was filming. I might have watched a season before or a couple of episodes from a different season, but I didn't know that it even was overseas before it was in America, and I didn't sit and watch Power Rangers when it came out. I was busy working and trying to become an actor. One of the things about Wild Force and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it's like, if anybody was going to clash with animals, wouldn't you guys have worked better with turtles? But but I did not watch it. I did not know that. I didn't know I was going to be a sixth Ranger. As far as I knew, they could have, just had 10 of them at a time, and I was just another one. The sixth Ranger. I didn't know I was going to be the sixth Ranger, but it worked out really great. I mean, I'm very happy to have been blessed with the role that I got and move forward with it and bring it to life. Yeah.
When I auditioned, I didn't know I was auditioning for the Lunar Wolf. I didn't know anything about it. So I auditioned for previous seasons, and they wanted to keep it a secret. So when I finally got the job, and that was after 7 or 8 grueling auditions, but we all went through that, I believe. They called me up and said, "Hey, you didn't have that many? 3?" They said, "All right, hey, this is your character. You're going to be the Lunar Wolf. This is our storyline. Have you watched any other seasons?" I'm like, "Well, no." and so I had to try and, I knew it came on like basic cable or something at like 3:30 in the afternoon. So I was able to watch a couple of seasons, whatever, and kind of figure that out. So they said, "Here's the script. This is kind of what we're looking for."
Algo que nos llamó la atención fue el enorme desafío para Philip Andrew en ser el Ranger lunar, tanto así que pudo haber sido despedido. Y si bien permaneció en el elenco, cuenta que tuvo que volver a grabar sus diálogos.
The first, I think, month and a half, I was rarely on set with them. We didn't film a lot for the first couple of months while I was on, and again, just like Justin, I came in halfway through the season. So when I was going through the script, you know, I'm like, the wolf, he's dark, he's got a bad attitude, you know, he doesn't like hanging out with the Rangers unless the bugs are attacking and he has to go and help them, you know, all that kind of stuff. The executive producer had to come down and sit me down one day and say, what you're doing works for a 2-hour movie, but this is a kid's TV show and you need to be over the top. And I'm like, and so I had a hard time adapting to that. And I learned from the head writer, they did want to fire me. But yeah, oh yeah. But they were so far in the season, they didn't have time to recast or do anything. But he did say, you know how much ADR, which was, you know, when we go in the booth, if there was some noise going on, whatever, and we have to, you know, go over voice, he said, how many ADR sessions were you doing at the beginning? And I said, a lot. He said, towards the middle, towards the end, how many were you doing? Not a lot. He's like, because you picked it up. And I was like, oh man, that makes me feel a lot better. But yeah, I mean, yeah, to answer the question, no, I mean, just did not know a whole lot about the series, never watched it, and I just picked up from what they gave me notes for, and then of course we went in and did a table read, you know, before we started filming and everything, and then from there, the ADR guys, the late great Scott Page and his assistant David, they actually told the executive producer, his boss, get out of here right now, you're messing with them, and let Dave and I work with them. And they did an amazing job, they calmed me down, and we went through stuff, and then bingo, the rest was history, so yeah.
Thank you so much for the time, it was a great pleasure. Just to finish, please, could you give us greetings to our TV program Cerospoilers?
Cerospoilers! Live access!
1, 2, 3,
Cerospoilers!
Wow, 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 wow. Siento que fue ayer nada más. Increíbles momentos con los Power Rangers. Ahí teníamos del espacio y de la Fuerza Salvaje. ¿Dónde están, por favor, esos celularcitos que teníamos ahí con todos los animales? ¿Quiénes eran de pronto? El Power Ranger rojo, el león, el lobo lunar, como ahí estábamos viendo, y todo lo que pasaron para los castings, ¿no? Imagínense, desde 10 castings, mientras que otro solo pasó 3. Una locura. Cada uno tuvo un proceso distinto para lograr ser recordado hasta el día de hoy como uno de los grandes y legendarios Power Rangers entre todas sus generaciones. Y con